Well, the fun just continues today. Got a very late post office delivery of these two boxes. I think what's in here is a couple rather interesting items. So I'm going to pop these open right now. Okay, the first box did not contain what I thought it was going to, but it's still good. This is a knob that should fit nicely on my recently acquired Filco 50T1600, I think. Metal cabinet, all glass 16-inch round picture tube. I picked up along with that Admiral 17 T1 and Motorola something or another. It's getting hard to remember all these model numbers now. Anyways, I think I had posted on Flickr somewhere or somewhere else online that I was missing the channel knob, and I was trying to find one. I'd seen a few on eBay, but they were in lots with other knobs, and they sold for way more than I wanted to spend. Well, he said he had one, so awesome. Looks very nice. That reminds me, I owe him a knob. I need to send right back to him for one of his TVs. The TV's actually still out in the garage because I haven't had a chance to bring it inside yet. So I'll be looking for that in an upcoming video. Now, what is in this? Oh, by the way, I should say, what I thought was in that box would be a CD. Now, I have a partial set of these gigantic Rider television manuals. Not to be confused with the Rider radio manuals. I got these from a local TV radio repair shop that closed after being open for decades. Now these are a little ratty. Some of them, the bindings are falling apart. Some of the pages are missing. I've got some duplicates. But regardless, they're huge and they're heavy. And there's 27 volumes in all, and there are some volumes that I don't have any use for, at least not now, because they don't cover any sets that I own, or it's not the kind of sets that I work on. I think they range from the dawn of TV in, say, 46 to the early 60s. The ones in particular I'm interested in are volumes 1 through 6. But these take up a lot of room. So some of mine are in lousy condition. So I've been looking for either to buy some better copies or holding out hope someday that somebody might scan them and do high-res like DVDs and put them out there, and somebody finally did. It took them quite a while. They had to buy a large form factor scanner, and each one of these has probably over 1,000 pages, and some of their copies were missing pages or they were damaged too, so it's quite an undertaking. I think they spent well over a year on it. And finally, there are some for sale. Not all 27 volumes, but a bunch of them. So I ordered up a few, and as soon as they come in, I want to get rid of some of mine. I ordered up volumes 3 through 6. Those are the ones I most often use. So my copies, I'll give them away, or eventually going to throw them away. So if anybody's interested, let me know. They're dead weight to ship. But if you can come out here, they're yours for free. Otherwise, I think what I'll do is take out any sections for sets I currently own or think I might own or are very interesting, and maybe toss the rest. I've seen other guys online who have these and they try to give them away, sell them, whatever, and it's just not that much demand for them. And now that they've been digitized with high-res, high-quality scans, they're even, I think, less desirable. Now, don't get me wrong. These are very nice to have. And some of my later volumes are in rather good condition. Like, they've probably never been used. I just don't have the space to keep all these things. And like I said, I've got some duplicates. So if anybody's interested, I would love for these to go to a good home. I just can't keep everything. Alright, so what was in the other box? That is what I was expecting, which is some knobs. But not just any knobs. You guys may recall, I think a year ago, maybe 2 years ago now. No, it was last year, right about this time. I bought 3 sets from a friend of mine. an RCA, a Westinghouse, and a Sonora. And the Westinghouse and the Sonora were missing knobs. And they're both somewhat obscure sets, so it took me a while, but between eBay and my local stash of knobs and the Antique Radio Club of Illinois Swap Fest, I got most of them, except for one. On the Sonora, it has continuous tuning using a variable capacitor, and similar to a radio dial, the numbers, the channel numbers for the TV are on a big plastic disc that rotates with the channel control with kind of a vernier, like 3-to-1 reduction drive. Well, that was missing. I don't even know what it would look like or how it worked, except I actually found somebody on Video Karma who owns the same set. The only other one of its kind I know of in the world. He has the same model, and he has all the knobs, and he provided some very nice close-up photos. Well, imagine my surprise a couple weeks ago when I just happened to be perusing on eBay. I saw somebody selling that knob. And just that knob, clear as day, that knob, nice close-up of it. So, of course, I bid on it, and, of course, I was also the only bidder because nobody else in the world would probably ever need one, and it arrived. And they also had some new old stock knobs by, I guess, a company called Gilar, which looked like they would also work quite nice on the Sonora. So I think between these two boxes, I might have a full set of knobs for that TV. Alright, so one box, we've got what I hope will serve as the outer knobs. And if not, I found some that are perfectly fine. It's just that these are unused and in rather fine condition. And here is that channel plate that I thought I would never find and have to fabricate one from scratch or live without. So you can see there's the numbers, and you can see how non-linear they are. That's because of the weird variable capacitor tuning. Only TV I know of that used variable capacitor tuning. The other continuous tuning sets like the Dumods use variable inductors. And here are what I hope serve as the inner knobs. Also, a new old stock. A little tight fit on some of these, but regardless. Now that leaves one that would go on to here, but I think I've already got one like that, or I could use maybe one of these. That is basically a set of knobs for that TV. Then continuing on in that same vein of unbelievable things I thought I would never find, or at least be very unlikely. Another set I got probably a couple years ago was an 8-inch Motorola electrostatic suitcase set, the model 9L1, I believe. And that comes with an antenna that collapses, folds up, and goes inside the lid of this set. Well, this is how I got it. There should be a base. There's two ways you can use this. One is there's a 1/4-inch jack on the top of the cabinet, and you could stick this in the cabinet. Two, there should be a base with some twin lead coming out of it, so you can maneuver that and put it wherever you get best reception. Well, imagine my surprise when I saw somebody on eBay selling this. It's just that base. Nothing else, just the base for, I don't know, $3, $4, $5. Again, I was the only bidder, because who else would need one of these? And I now have a base for my antenna. The only thing missing is the twin lead's been cut off. Should be going in down there, but I can wire in a new piece of twin lead, no problem. Now that just leaves one of the balls is broken off the tip of the antenna. But you never know. I always say that so often that, oh, I'll never find one of these things never show up. Well, I need to stop saying that, because yeah, if you keep looking, these things do show up more often than not, it would seem. Continuing on in the vein of things that I never thought I would find on eBay, here's the 630 TS I picked up a few months ago. Cabinet was fairly dirty on top when I got it, so I spent some time cleaning it up with Gojo hand cleaner and light steel wool. Got nice mahogany here. But when I got to the center panel, I was quite surprised that not only is the grain quite different, so is the color. And I determined that this is actually walnut. This cabinet came in two versions, walnut and mahogany, and somehow over the years it must have gotten mixed and matched, and there is a walnut panel on my mahogany cabinet. So I figured, well, maybe I could strip this down and use some toner or stain and get it to match the color of the mahogany. Well, imagine my surprise when on eBay I saw somebody selling a top. That is mahogany, and looks quite good. The finish it came with was really thick and nasty. I think somebody might have put coats of new finish over the old. Whatever they did, it's taken me quite a bit of time to strip it down, and I still have a good chunk to do. So when I first got it, I was a little bit disappointed because it looked horrible. But once I stripped it, I saw, oh yeah, that's mahogany all right, and the grain matches this quite well, so the only challenge left will be to match the color. Now this is actually from an 8TS30, not a 630TS, but those are darn near identical when it comes to the chassis and to this top lid. Only problem is it's a little bit warped. This thing probably saw a hard life. Not only did it have a lot of goopy finish on it, but some separation along the sides. I've already done some gluing and clamping, and this warp I'll get it worked out eventually. It's not that bad. Just need to mush this down about 1/8 of an inch and it'll be fine. So this just goes to show that no matter how obscure whatever you're looking for may seem to you, keep your eyes open, set up some searches on eBay, and one day you might get lucky and find whatever it is you're looking for.